name is Irene and Shelinda Glori Kojongian from Pharmacy A 2021, and in this video, I will explain to you about dispersion system.
What is dispersion system? Dispersion system are systems containing at least phases, with one phase being dispersed in the other phase in the form of small particles. Dispersion system consists of particulate matter known as the dispersed phase distributed throughout a continuous or dispersion medium. As you can see, the domain is dispersed phase and the continuous phase is dispersion medium. The dispersed material may range in size from particles of atomic and molecular dimension to particles whose size is measured in millimeters. A dispersed phase is referred to as the dispersion ratio or dispersion phase. The phase whose continuity remains preserved is referred to as the dispersion environment. Dispersion system may be classified using several criteria. First, state of matter, the dispersion environment and the dispersion phase. Second, size of particles of the dispersion phase. And third, structure of the dispersion phase. Here's the classification based on the phase state of matter is summarized in the following table. There's a dispersion environment, dispersion phase, and term used for the system. The first is gas and liquid. Term used for the system is mist. Second, gas and solid. Term used for the system, smoke. Third, liquid and gas. Term used for the system is foam. Fourth, liquid and liquid. Term used for the system, emulsion. And fifth, liquid and solid. Term used for the system, colloid solution. Six, solid and solid. Term used for the system, solid foam. 7. Solid and liquid. Term used for the system, solid emulsion. And last, solid with solid. Term used for the system, solid sol. What's the classification on the basis of different physical states? Dispersed phase and dispersion medium have varying physical states, and each combination become a different dispersion system. And the last, change in either dispersed phase, dispersion medium, or both will form a new dispersion system. The classification on the basis of size of dispersed particles. First, characterization is on the basis of dispersed particles. Second, the homogeneous or heterogeneous characters is based on the size of particles. Third, particle size will also be responsible for its diffusion rate. And the last, particle size will also affect the appearance of the dispersed system. Now we have a look at comparative characteristics of dispersed system. First one is molecular dispersion and colloidal dispersion, and third one is coil dispersion. When we talk about their character or their nature, then molecular dispersion are homogeneous character. They are also known as true solution colloidal dispersion. Show heterogeneous character. That means both phases can be separated. And the last one is cause dispersion course. Dispersion are also heterogeneous in character. Second, basis is their size on the basis of size. Molecular dispersion have size less than 10 to the power 6 mm, or we can say 1 nanometer. Colloidal dispersions have size between 10 to the power 6 mm to 10 this to the power minus 3 mm. That means 1 nanometer to 0.5 micrometer. Next one is coil dispersion. Its size is larger than the colloidal dispersion. That means more than 0.5 micrometer. Next is their visibility under a microscope. That means dispersed phase is visible under a microscope or not. So in molecular dispersion, the dispersed phase is invisible under an electron microscope in colloidal dispersion. Electron microscope can be show the dispersed phase, and in coarse dispersion, it can be easily visible under a microscope. And the next one is their diffusion rate. Molecular dispersions are the true solutions, and because of very less particle size, they're highly diffusible. They can diffuse very rapidly through a semi-permeable membrane. As we talked about colloidal dispersion, they diffuse at a slower rate, but in case of coarse dispersion, they do not diffuse at all.